Now, if you're like me and you've done a bit of live streaming on YouTube, you know how it all works, and it's fairly straightforward, and we can get a live stream up and running in just a couple of minutes. But if you're not like me and you're new to live streaming and you're just having a look around and looking at all these settings and everything in YouTube, honestly, it can be quite daunting, because there are 3 different ways of going live on YouTube, and if you don't know them, it can be a little bit confusing because they don't explain it all that well. And that's what I'm going to do here. Stick around and we'll show you the 3 different ways of going live and how easy it can be. Hey there, great to see you again. Now, before I get started, just a quick reminder, click on all these buttons and things down below, and if you've got any comments or questions, do leave them in the comment section below. I read them all and I'll get back to as many of them as I possibly can. Okay, let's have a look at live streaming on YouTube. Now, in case you didn't already know, there are actually 3 different ways to go live on YouTube. The first one and the most basic, is just pushing the go live button and using a webcam, and that could be a webcam on a laptop or a webcam that sits on your monitor or something like that, and that one's really easy. There aren't a lot of options in that one. It's just really straightforward, really basics, get yourself going quickly kind of thing if you don't have a lot of cool kit. If you're using something like OBS or XSplit and you've got multiple cameras coming in and you might have a game feed or some graphics or something like that, then you can do an impromptu stream, which is basically you set the stream up, it starts going, and it starts running the moment a data stream starts hitting YouTube with the same stream key that you're using. That's a little bit more complicated to set up than the straight webcam feed, but we'll show you how to do that. It's actually quite easy once you get your head wrapped around a couple of things. The third way of doing it is to set up a scheduled stream. This is great. It means you can set up streams for, I think, a week in advance. I haven't actually seen how far forward you can go on it, but you can just set up a whole pile of streams ready to go so that your audience knows when you're going to be doing the next one and the one after that and the one after that. They can be prepared, and that helps them subscribe and be here and just to be notified of when you're going to be online, so they know when to be free and to join you if they want to do that. That's a fairly more complex setup, and you need to understand a few more things about how the streaming software works, how the streaming studio works, and how the data is actually getting to YouTube, and how YouTube look at all these things and connect them together. We're going to be going through that as well, so stick around through the video. It's a fair whack to go through, but at the end of it, you're going to be a lot wiser for it and know how to do all of these things, and you go, why was it ever complicated? Okay, let's head into it. So we go to Go Live here, which takes you to the YouTube streaming live stream studio, and I'll click on webcam. Now it's just going to bring up the simple webcam interface. You put a title in it, so I'll just go this is a test, and I'm going to make that stream private so it doesn't go out to the whole world just by clicking on that. You can schedule this to be released later, so you record it now and it goes live at a later time, goes public at a later time if you want to do that. That's a good way of pre-recording something. Then I'll click on next. There are other things I could do in there. Now I need to make a thumbnail. Okay, that was a really bad thumbnail, I admit it. And then I'm all set up. I'm going to tell it to use my GoPro. For some reason the GoPro talks through the imaging edge capture as well. Sony and GoPro bought these things out at a similar time, and they both seem to work. I'm using the Yeti microphone, and I'll just hit go live, and here we are. I'm live on YouTube. You can see me. This is actually streaming directly to my channel. I'm also capturing it using screen capture on the Mac, so that for this demonstration, and we're all go. The stream started. It's done a whole pile of automatic stuff in the background. You can see up in the top corner here that we're live and how long we've been going for. When I'm finished, I can just click on end stream down here, and of course it's got the audio level, which is probably a little bit low at the moment, to be honest, because I'm talking away from the microphone. And yeah, just all this other stuff. If there was a chat going on, you'd see it over here. I've got my other GoPro in the way there, and my Dan and Phil dolls up behind me sitting on the shelf. And there you go, that's live streaming using a webcam. I'm using my GoPro, so it's a pretty good quality one. It's image isn't the best because I'm sitting here in low light at the moment. I haven't turned my studio lights on, and I'm all finished now, so I can just hit end stream and I'm done. That's all it takes to do. I've gone live, I've told my audience about something, and I'm happy as Larry, and there we go. Okay, the next one I'm going to be talking about is an impromptu stream, and that's using this thing up here, the stream setting. What I'm going to do now is open up a program called OBS. You're probably familiar with that if you're looking at this kind of thing online. This is Open Broadcast Studio, and what I've got here is a scene set up where I have a title, Tim's live stream. I've got my capture going in here, my webcam is all set up going in here. I preset this just for simplicity's sake, and then what I can do once I've got all of this is I come into settings here in OBS, and this isn't a tutorial for OBS, but I can do that somewhere else. I will be doing that, and I come into the stream menu and I put in here, this is the main thing, is a stream key. Now this key is unique to me and my YouTube channel, particularly to my channel, so it's a secure key. Never share it with anybody else, never click that show button so somebody can help you. Just don't do it. If anyone does see it, create a new one. This is a key that I get from the YouTube studio, and I'll just show you where that is over here. If I go and create an impromptu stream by clicking on here, it's going to give me this key. This key is something that is secure and unique to me, as I said, and it's used by YouTube to identify who I am in terms of a channel when I'm both sending stuff to YouTube and when I'm connecting to YouTube to consume the video that I'm sending to them, so that I can broadcast that out to everybody else. So there's two phases going on here. The first one is where I'm going to be using OBS, which I'll just bring that to the front again, and I'm going to use OBS here to start streaming, and I'm sending video to YouTube so that they're receiving a stream of video data, and that's happening right now. I've hit that. You can see it down there. It's got says stop streaming now because I've hit start. It's running, and you can see down here that it's been live for 16, 17, 18 seconds. I haven't had any drop frames, and we're sending 30 frames per second at 2.17 kilobits per second. So that's a bit of compression. Don't worry about the technical details. There's video going to YouTube ready to be used. So now I'm going to switch back to the studio here again, right, and here's a stream that's being set up. It's waiting, and I'm going to edit that stream, and I'm going to tell it to be private. Down here I've got some presets in here from a game I've been playing, so don't worry about that, and save. So now that's waiting for a stream to connect. That'll happen in a second. There it is. It picked it up and it's gone live. So there we are. So that's now live as well. So this is coming up here, and you can see me in the top corner. There's the preview. I can have a look at that full screen. There I am. Aren't I beautiful? And that's now streaming live to YouTube as a private video on my Tim Plays Games channel. So by having that key in here as well, it knew to match this up and produce an outgoing program to your audience, to your channel, using the incoming stream to YouTube that you've sent using OBS. That means that you can be sending the signal from any computer anywhere in the world and controlling it from any other computer anywhere in the world, as long as you got that matching streaming key. That's pretty awesome. So you could do a broadcast from one place and control it from somewhere else. That's kind of cool. Now I've got one other tool to show you here, because while this is another sort of impromptu stream like the other one, this other tool is going to let you schedule a stream for any time that you want it to start. The advantage in that is, I mean, you've always got to be here. It's live, so you've got to be here to start it. But what it means is that you can set them up in advance and share the links out with people, and they can set a reminder. You've seen those things. It says Tim's going to start in 24 hours or 3 hours or 6 hours or 20 minutes or something like that, and they can go to the stream, sort of join in a chat or something like that, like I've got up on the side, so people could type stuff into the chat that we've got here. Let's have a look at that, and let's go and schedule a couple of streams. What I'm going to do is go to my gaming channel, which we're on here, and we're actually going to set up some streams for later for my gaming, and then you can come back and join in those streams if you want to. What I'm going to do actually right now is I'm going to start the stream again, and I'm going to come over to here and click on manage. There we go, and I'm going to schedule a stream. Okay, so let's go and schedule a stream. I'm going to base it on one that I've just done recently. This is the Assassin's Creed, so I'll reuse those settings, and I'm just going to call it number 78, sorry. So there we go. I'll rename that 78, and I'll rename it to 78 there. Now, when am I going to do this? I'm going to do it tomorrow, so it's going to be Thursday the 29th of October, and I'm going to do it at when I've finished work. So let's set this one for, say, 5:30 p.m, and I want to make sure that I change the thumbnail, number 78, there I am, and hit OK, and then I'll create. Now what that's done for me is created a stream ready to go for 5:30 p.m. tomorrow. I want to do another one in the evening, about 9:30, so I'll just go schedule stream again. This time it's going to be 79. I'm still basing it on that most recent one that I've completed, so I'll come in here and I'll call that one 79. There we go, and I'll just put 79 down here. I'm going to come back and edit these captions and everything but later on. So I want that one to go tomorrow as well, so on the 29th, and I'm going to set that one for 9:30 p.m. So I've got two streams ready tomorrow. They're ready to go. We can roll them out when we get there. And here we go. Thumbnail, that's New Zealand time, by the way, in case you're looking for this, and that'll be 79. So there we go. So 78 and 79. I've got these two next streams done, and I could go and do this for the whole of next week. There you can see both the streams. They say upcoming. They've got the thumbnails on them. All sorts of really neat stuff. You can have an absolute blast doing this. Now, if I want that one to go live at any time, all I need to do is just click on that, and it will have a look and see, is there an incoming stream? I can start that whenever I like. The scheduled time is just what you're advertising to people. So I've got OBS here running a video feed, and there it is. I've got that video feed coming in. Now, I haven't clicked go yet, so it's not actually streaming this to my channel. At the moment, it's just a preview. It's in a really low resolution and all that sort of thing, so it's not of much use to anybody. I'll just take that back down to the normal size here. But until I actually hit go live up in the corner here, it just knows you're ready to start. The important thing is, though, is that stream key that I'm using to create the broadcast is the same as the stream key that I used in OBS to send a video signal to YouTube. So that key is what matches up the video stream coming into YouTube and the video stream coming out of YouTube. And so there you go. Now you know the three different ways of going live on YouTube. You now can go do gaming, you can run Zoom chats, you can do all sorts of neat things on here. The whole world of this data streaming is open up to you. You can let your audience now know when you're going to be online well ahead of time so that they can be here for you as well. There's a couple of other tricks you can do with live streaming that I'm not covering in this video because basically I didn't want to make this too long, but there's some really cool stuff you can do that are going to help people get onto your stream game when you start by putting a leader on it, and how to put a trailer on, and making sure you're doing proper intro graphics and things like that. We'll be talking about those in future videos, so do subscribe by clicking this button down here. You can also check out my gaming channel here. That's the one that we were looking at before, and I've got these two videos here that YouTube have picked for you because, well, they thought you'd find them interesting. And I will see you in the next video. Have a good one.